Hello ladies and gentlemen, this video will be for you for year 2025, analysis of your ascendant from sidereal and also from tropical modern astrology perspective. So for example, if you would have ascendant sidereal ascendant Aries, your tropical ascendant will be Taurus. If you don't know at what time you were born, then you apply the moon sign. So it would be moon in Aries, sidereal astrology would correspond to moon in Taurus, tropical modern astrology. So this will be how I will be looking at the 12 ascendants. Also, why we look at the ascendants? Because this, according to the ancients, very ancient tradition, the ascendant is the house of life. This is more important even than the lunar sign or than the solar sign. So we derive the horoscope first from your rising sign, from your ascendant. So this is how I will be looking at your ascendant and your future year 2025. And of course, what I will do is I will be looking at the most important transits. They are so very important for year 2025. And of course, we'll be looking at the eclipses. They are also very, very important because in year 2025, the lunar nodes change positions and also with themselves, they take the eclipses. Also, we're looking at a major conjunction of trans-Saturn planets and so on. So this will be a general analysis of your future for 2025. If you want to have very specific, very detailed reading with me, which will include primary directions, which will include the method of Time Lords techniques, which will include progressed horoscopes and solar revolution, then you may like to book a personal reading with me. And for year 2025, you can find a reading with a discount, which is valid for the month of December and also January. So if you want to have discounted reading, detailed analysis of your future and of your natal horoscope, you may book such reading with me. So let's hear now your ascendant, description of your ascendant and the future of 2025 for you. Hello ladies and gentlemen with sidereal ascendant Aquarius or modern astrology, tropical astrology ascendant Pisces. If you do not know at what time you're born, then you can apply your moon sign. Then it will be moon in Aquarius, sidereal astrology, or moon in Pisces, tropical astrology. So in this video, I will share with you the most important planetary positions for the year of 2025 for your horoscope, and also we'll be looking at the eclipses and what this will mean for you. This, of course, will be quite general because only in the personal horoscopes we can apply Time Lord techniques, primary directions, solar revolutions, and more. So if you like to have this detailed analysis, you can connect with me for personal analysis. Now, where to start from? The situation is very interesting with your horoscope because Saturn is in Aquarius now since January of 2023. So you already know what this Saturn energy means for you. Saturn is the oath ruler of Aquarius. And on 6th of April, Saturn is leaving Aquarius to enter Pisces. I cannot say for certain whether this will be a relief for you. For some, maybe yes. For people who have a little bit more difficult placement of Saturn, this could be even a relief. For people who actually have well-placed Saturn, this actually will not be a relief. You would not be disappointed from the placement of Saturn on your ascendant. So Saturn is leaving your ascendant on 6th of April. When he will be leaving, he will be invisible, and he will be visible again on 30th of, I forgot, on 30th of April. He becomes visible. So you will feel the change more like as of 30th of April. Then you will see what this transit of Saturn means for you. Now when he is still on your ascendant, I'm sure that you know what this means. I'm sure that you know how transformative Saturn can be. He certainly brought changes in your personal choices, goals, relationships, everything. Almost in every area of your life he brought changes. When he moves out of Aquarius to enter Pisces, he will be having impact on money, on family roots, communication with family, family relationships, and money to a very large degree. And he will stay 3 years in Pisces. During his stay in Pisces, he will be sextile in Uranus. Now he is squaring Uranus, which is not so very easy because, and also Jupiter actually he is squaring. This is financially maybe a little bit challenging. And also, while squaring the two planets, Saturn and Uranus and Jupiter, who are now on your 4th house, this is a little bit disharmonious when it comes to career, home, also relationships. But the things are changing a little bit when he will enter your 2nd house. We'll speak about this a little bit more. When he will enter Pisces and when he becomes visible as of 30th of April, he will meet there the retrograde exalted Venus, Neptune, Mercury and the Sun. And this becomes conjunction of big importance, great importance, because Venus is exalted there. So quite transformative, quite important for finances, for relationship with family and so. Also even more important is the emphasis on your 2nd house, because on 12th of July, Saturn and Uranus, both stationary, will form conjunction. And even more, Pluto will make almost exact sextile to them. When I checked what Saturn-Neptune conjunction means historically for us, for the humanity, for the collective, this always resulted in important events, historical events, changes in the social system, revolutionary changes. So this is important. This is your 2nd house. This will bring important changes in your finances, could involve again your personal choices, could involve even home, could involve because Venus is also there. She's when both will make conjunction, Venus will not be there. So this will mainly involve finances, your personal choices, a little bit health. So depending on how Saturn is placed in your horoscope, you may need to be a little bit more responsible for your health. So this is one important note. On 19th of May, Jupiter is leaving Taurus to enter Gemini, and then Saturn and Jupiter again will be forming a square. This would say that when you will be making money, you may need to be a little bit more disciplined, more even apply more education when it comes to financial choices. But Jupiter in the 5th house, even fallen as of 19th of May, will be benevolent. Yes, he's fallen indeed, you will say, but he'll be benevolent for your, he can bring muse, creative knowledge, he can be supportive for your communication with children, but everything will require work and discipline and high morals, because at that time already Saturn will be forming a square, which in astrology is this harmonious aspect. Let me finish about Jupiter, and then I'll try to follow some timeline and give you more events, but following the months of the year. But since we mentioned Jupiter, let me complete my sentence about Jupiter. So as we said, on 19th of May he is entering Gemini, where he will stay 1 year. This is your 5th house. There, excuse me, on 6th of June he becomes invisible. He will be invisible until 14th of July. So during this almost 1 month and something, you will be missing a little bit the blessing of Jupiter, because when invisible, he is not capable of denoting the same blessing that he would give if he is visible. So this is your muse to create something, for creative knowledge, for creating art, for making money. So you may need really to try to find the muse or the motivation yourself a little bit, because during this time period Jupiter will be invisible. So following some timeline, in the ancient astrology we look at the year from the lunar perspective, the lunar year, which is the beginning of the year is starting. This is the Nisan, month of Nisan, the first lunar month, 1st of Nisan. The beginning of the year is starting after the sun is entering the point of the equinox. Vernal equinox for the northern hemisphere, this is Pisces, 5th degree Pisces, or autumn equinox for the southern hemisphere. This will say when the sun is entering Pisces, we wait for the first lunar crescent to appear, and this year, a little bit differently than usual, the sun is not appearing in Pisces, but is appearing in Aries, and this automatically is emphasizing on the martial energy. Mars will be very important for the year, and Mars is malefic planet, a little bit aggressive, quite mysterious, unpredictable in the year of 2025, and now especially the first part until the summertime, and I'll explain to you why. So Mars, the moon appears in Aries, and this way she's emphasizing on your 3rd house, communication, travel, brothers and sisters, commercial work, and also on your 10th house, which is the house of Scorpio, also ruled by Mars. Your career place will also be very important, and important also because since 18th of June of 2024, Uranus is on 4th house of yours. Uranus is also ruler of your ascendant, and this way home, career are very, very important topics of the year 2025. Mars, what is going on with Mars? So let's now start from January. Mars is in January, the retrograding Mars will be on your 6th house, fallen, detriment. Mars is not very happy in Cancer. This is your 6th house. Mars loves the 6th house. He's joyful there, but he's not very happy in Cancer. And this would be meaning, and he is quite long in Cancer, back and forth up until the whole 8th of June. This would mean that he can create disharmonies and conflicts and arguments and disputes with people, especially people in your routine environment, but also health matters. So you may need to be responsible for your health, especially with situations which can involve digestive stuff, which can involve inflammatory situations. Also, conflicts and disputes. So from 7th and 16th of January, Mars is a little bit more disharmonious because in retrograding, he's in the phase called a chronicle rise, which makes him a little bit disharmonious. On 17th of January, he retrograding is entering the 5th house, and he received also the square of, not yet actually, he's not receiving the square of Saturn, he is actually even receiving trine from Saturn, so this way he will be very practical for you and bring practicality in your creative study, communication with children, but still he's retrograde in Gemini, and he becomes direct on 25th of February in the 21st degrees of Gemini, conjoining the star Sirius, where he will bring you actually something benevolent, most probably, which could be new connection, new money possibility, new decision to study some new creative work or some beginning of some talented work or something not bad. This is the when on the 24th of February Mars is turning direct on your fifth house, like new direction, new knowledge, new beginning of creativity, new beginning of creative knowledge, new study, new way of making money, and quite with good connections. This is what Sirius would mean. So Mars is turning direct, and on 7th of April, his direct Mars again enters Cancer to stay there until 8th of June. So 7th April to 8th of June. Yes, he will be trining. No, but this is later. Let me just finish with this. So in your 6th house again, be careful for disputes, disharmony in your routine, and be responsible for your health. On 8th of June, Mars is entering your 7th house. Mars is having his dignities and powers in Leo. This is not so bad. He's having his dignities and powers in Leo, but he will receive the square of Uranus, and this is a little bit of disharmony. So you will have basically Mars and Uranus in this harmonious aspect. They will not form exact aspect, but still this is disharmony. And what to tell you, this would say that you may need to, he's not so bad in Leo, so I don't see him as extremely bad, but this is your 7th house, and this is angular position of extreme importance. So in your 7th house is the house of relationships, personal agreements, business wise, and so you may need to be intuitive, diplomatic, forgiving, loving in your romantic life, a little bit more careful. This is important because it will be aspect which will be starting on 8th of June and finishing on 9th of August, I think. Yeah. No, 8th of June to 9th of August, yes. So then Mars is entering Virgo, where he will be staying almost a little bit longer than 1 month. This is your 8th house. What to say? This is at least most probably not angular position in your horoscope, and Mars in the 8th house can disturb for 1 month a little bit your sleep, but can make you very driven to research the hidden secrets, the occult, health matters, and so this is be during this time period a little bit more balanced and not impulsive, especially when you make financial decisions. On let me see, on 29th of October, Mars until 9th of December, Mars will be on your 10th house, making opposition to Uranus in Scorpio. He's very strong there. This I see a bit of as disharmony because of the opposition of Uranus and because of the square that he'll be forming to your ascendant. So this can become very interesting and very intense time in your career place. So be diplomatic. Could be that this brings something good because Mars in Scorpio is very strong. Could be that this brings something new, but the process may be too intense. That's why make sure that you're very, very diplomatic. And then on 9th of December, he's entering Sagittarius. There he becomes invisible also. But he will become visible later on in year 2026. Let's finish with Mars because I have other things to tell you. So I mentioned to you about Saturn in important movements. I told you about the blessing of Jupiter, what he will mean in your chart. Let's see actually a little bit about Venus. Also, she'll be retrograding in the beginning of the year on 18th of April. She's entering Pisces again. to make conjunction with the invisible Saturn, Neptune, Mercury. I told you this is very important for your financial matters. You will see how many important financial changes you will have. 1st of June, she's entering Aries, fallen, but still she can support study. She can bring peace when you'll be communicating with brothers and sisters, or when you will be doing commercial activities, but she's not very, very powerful. More powerful she will be on 30th of June until 30th of June, when for 1 month she'll be on your 4th house. She can support parents, home situation. She will make exact conjunction with Uranus in your 4th house, so she can support, she can give blessing, especially on the home, parents, or even career, because especially if this is your midheaven lower meridian axis. On 3rd of November she's entering Libra, point which is ruling, very good for 3rd of November to 27th of November. This is benevolent because she's then going to be very good for travel, for media work, for communication, and she's also not receiving any square from nobody. Free from impediments, she will be very good for your travel, commerce, communication, study, so. And on 27th of November, she will be on your 10th house, fallen, but still she will be able to bring some peace in your career environment. And now, briefly to mention to you about the eclipses, because they influence your horoscope. From October of 2023, the lunar nodes are in the axis of Virgo Pisces. Rahu, the head of the dragon, is in Pisces. Ketu, the tail of the dragon, is in Virgo. On 30th of April, the lunar nodes, who are moving always backwards, are entering the new axis of Aquarius. So Rahu, the head of the dragon, will enter Aquarius, and Ketu, the tail of the dragon, will enter Leo. So the lunar nodes, when they change positions, they take with themselves also the eclipses. This will say that the new eclipses in the year 2025 will happen on this axis of Leo Aquarius. Actually, 2 of them only. So let me tell you, wherever the eclipses take place, we have portal for change automatically. And here I want to tell you, when we experience the eclipses, they usually go in couples. Usually they happen, they are like, first is lunar, then solar, let's say, and this is eclipse corridor, and they happen within the timeline of almost 2 weeks. So if the first one is appearing, let's say, on the 1st of the month, the second one on the 15th, roughly. This is eclipse corridor. So when we'll be making important decisions, important anything, actions, we need to consider really to be a little bit more careful and attentive during this eclipse corridor, especially when in your horoscope the eclipse corridor is influencing your axis of ascendant descendant. Ascendant is the axis of, this is the house of life, this is about you. So the first eclipse on the 15th of March, the lunar, is happening on this axis of yours, ascendant descendant. And the second one, the solar, the total solar eclipse, on the 29th of March. So you have 15th of March and 29th of March is happening. Both in axes are, so the second one is on the axis of Virgo Pisces. So the 2 axes of importance are involved. So be a little bit careful when you make financial decisions, when you make new beginnings, surgeries, travel. Be a little bit careful, especially on the days of the eclipses, 15th March, 29th of March. Be a little bit more careful. I would avoid traveling if I can. So the whole month of March is month of attention, I would postpone surgical interventions, new beginnings, negotiations, everything, because after the eclipse corridor is over and the energy of the eclipse is gone, you will see what the universe has for you. You will see clearly what the future has for you. So the second eclipse corridor, we have two in the year of 2025, 7th of September, 21st September. The first one is the lunar partial, happening on the axis of your ascendant descendant, and the second one, the solar, is happening on the axis of Virgo Pisces. So again, the whole month of September for you would be month of attention. Let's say traveling, surgeries, important decisions. Wait a little bit until the energy of the eclipses is over. So this I wanted to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, with Sidereal Ascendant Aquarius, Moon in Aquarius or Tropical Pisces. I hope this will be useful for you for the year 2025. Certainly important changes are coming for you. You see eclipses on your ascendant descendant, then also you have Saturn moving signs. Oh, this is very important. Be very, positive, brave. Make sure that you follow the Saturnian laws, which are the laws of discipline, time orientation, high morals, and you will certainly be okay. You will certainly be well. So, all the best for you. Bye bye.